Sorry, just stepped over here.
It's really fun to like go Oh yeah. Everybody get over the shoulder pads.
Season 2 is a lot of growing pains. It's a lot of finding yourself, and then there's a lot of playing around with new characters and bouncing back and forth. I never thought I would get an opportunity to actually, work on a bilingual show, but I'm learning a lot. There's kind of a little bit of different styles of comedy, so I'm kind of picking up little things here and there. It's really cool. It's just it's a great learning experience, and we have a lot of fun.
There's many things happening, much more beautiful characters, new characters. It's more deeper. You're going to have more laughs, but also more tears, and enduring. It's absolutely enduring. You're going to love it.
A lot is happening this season. I love all the work of the writers because the arc of Sarah in this season, the storyline is just huge, and it's gonna be more emotion, decisions, and I'm just so happy to be here and to be part of Acapulco.
From the beginning, I wanted to do a coming-of-age show and a show about a young Maximo who's torn between his family and the life he grew up in and this new world that he finds himself in. And I feel like a lot of the stories in the show are universal. Apple TV is putting out such quality content, and every few weeks there's a new amazing show or movie on Apple TV, and it just feels like the quality is number one, and I think representation is a big part of it too, so I feel a deep sense of pride to be part of the Apple community.
I am a new character that's introduced in season 2, and what's really awesome about it is that I was a big fan of the show before I actually was on it, and so now being part of the storyline, being a character that's super involved, is so amazing. This season it's just gotten so much better, everything is elevated, you're getting more deeper into all the characters on the show, including my own, and then it's just really cool.
In season 2, they're gonna find Julia in a different stage of her life, more confident, more sure of her decisions, and in a bit of a mess as well. So in the love triangle, because there's someone else coming in, so it's a roller coaster. A Latina represented in the 80s, I feel very honored and privileged to be playing her part. She's Colombian like myself, so I didn't grow up seeing myself on camera, so for me, I'm just very blessed. In season 1, we got to see a little bit of her designs. Season 2, we're gonna see her embark on this journey, becoming an entrepreneur with Diane. So there's gonna be more patterns, more colors, everything's gonna be bigger.
Esteban is fighting for the love, and in the second season he will do something a little bit heroic to prove the love to his girl. First is comedy, and we need to laugh. I think it's very important. Second, I think it's in an age, the 80s, that Acapulco was very beautiful in the 80s.
Season 2, so much for every character is about where am I now and where do I want to be. We're telling the story not just in the past, but also we see where the person is in the present, and we start to wonder, how did he get there? Yes, he became successful, but he has regrets. What are those regrets? Sort of creating a mystery for the viewer.
Oh, Memo this season has a lot more than last season. A lot of drama, a lot of adventures, and a lot of one-liners. But most of it, I think you're going to see a character that's more complex than last season. The fans, they say that they love the show overall a lot, but that they love how much Memo makes them laugh and how it's super, super funny. But the thing that they say that I like the most is that they feel seen and represented through him. That's the most important thing for me. I didn't have anyone to look up to growing up, so I hope that I can be someone people can look up to nowadays. Apple TV Plus creates content of quality and that touches upon subjects that are so important nowadays and sends messages that are so necessary. I feel blessed, grateful. Hopefully I can continue to be part of this family and Acapulco keeps going and going and going.
I think Isabel's she's back in Acapulco. She's been around the world. She's like, I've been there, done that. I'm ready to go back home, enjoy my family, reconnect with my friend Julia, and then meets Máximo. And there's kind of like an inevitable spark chemistry going on. And she's like, okay, let's see what this guy has to offer.
I'm just so excited to be back for round 2. Bigger, better, stronger. I am the head pool boy, and this time around I think you're going to see a new vulnerable side of Hector, which you haven't seen before in season 1. We're going to get to explore his hopeless romantic side and what that means to him. He's going to fall in love deeply and madly with Diane, and we're going to see how that affects him throughout this season. Every single character in season 2, every single supporting character has a little bit of their side story, and we get to dive deeper in their background, who they are, why they make the decisions they make. I think sometimes we're quick to judge someone based on the decisions they make, but we need to understand who that person is in order to know why they're making those decisions.
You're going to get a lot from Diane in season 2. You're going to really start to understand her. You may not agree with the things that she does, but you're going to learn about her past. You're going to learn what makes her Diane Davies and where she's come from and how hard she's worked. And then you can decide if you agree with her ways or not. Diane has a very spicy love life, doesn't she? And very secret. And you will learn that's going to take some interesting twists and turns in season 2 as well. Playing Diane is so much fun. I mean, it's the role of a lifetime. She's fantastic in every way, and it's set in the 80s. Maybe the greatest role I've ever had.
I'm just so excited to be back for round 2. Bigger, better, stronger. I am the head pool boy, and this time around I think you're going to see a new vulnerable side of Hector, which you haven't seen before in season 1. We're going to get to explore his hopeless romantic side and what that means to him. He's going to fall in love deeply and madly with Diane, and we're going to see how that affects him throughout this season. Every single character in season 2, every single supporting character has a little bit of their side story, and we get to dive deeper in their background, who they are, why they make the decisions they make. I think sometimes we're quick to judge someone based on the decisions they make, but we need to understand who that person is in order to know why they're making those decisions.
I will be returning as Hugo in season 2, listening to my uncle's story. So in season 2, we're hopping around Uncle Maximo's sort of birthplace, you know, where he grew up. And yeah, Hugo's just trying to kind of figure out his uncle's story, kind of listening to everything that's happening, you know, all the stories from the past. And yeah, he's learning more about the real world, you know, and what his uncle had to go through to get where he is today. I'm very proud of how far we've come, that most of our cast is Latino, and it's beautiful to see this, you know. I can only imagine that 30 years ago this wouldn't have been possible, but now it is, so I'm very proud. I love the whole past and present dynamic, so being in a show that's kind of a period piece, but also being able to kind of experience it from the present, I think it's super cool.